I'm going to tell you something I bet you don't know. Thomas Jefferson sent a second expedition out 2 years after Lewis and Clark. And he sent it right up the Red River, and the Red River flows right through Natchitoches, right through town.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. And I grew up within about...
Like where you were at that moment.
Where I was at that moment.
That's what I was curious
about. 8
about.
miles from there.
I was curious whether you gotten on this because it was
a local story.
A local story.
And you hadn't even heard of it.
No, I hadn't heard of it, and nor had anybody else. And I will say that now, back in northwestern Louisiana, I mean, there are all kinds of people who call me up and email me and text me with these detailed questions, sort of like people do for Lewis and Clark about this expedition, because once people learned about it back there, suddenly they were just all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you think they saw this rock? Do you think they camped under this big tree?
Well, I mean, an archaeologist found a button from one of the jackets at one of their camps about 25 years ago, and that was national news. My publication of the book was not national news, but the button from the camp was national news. But anyway, I said, so, you got to be kidding. She said, no, there was an expedition. It went right through here. It didn't ultimately. I said, well, so how far did they get? She said, well, they didn't get very far. They got about 650, 700 miles up the Red River, and they got turned around by a Spanish army. So that's why hardly anybody knows about it, because the United States was a young country. It was looking for heroes to celebrate. Didn't want to really celebrate, some group that...
Bunch of chickens.
Yeah, a European country had sort of whisked back home. So I said, well, is there any account of it? She said, yeah, we've got a microfilm of it. And so what she showed me was a microfilm of the official government report of this expedition in 1807, the year after the expedition took place.